Our topic for today is epilepsy. So let's proceed to objectives. In this lesson, the learners will be able to: number 1 is understand the definition and types of epilepsy. Number 2 is learn about the causes, symptoms, and diagnosis of epilepsy. Next is number 3, explore personal experiences and societal perspectives on epilepsy. And the last is improve empathy and understanding towards individuals with epilepsy. So let's proceed to introduction. Epilepsy is a chronic neurological disorder characterized by recurrent unprovoked seizures due to abnormal electrical activity in the brain. It affects people of all ages and can be caused by a variety of factors, including genetics, brain injuries, infections, or developmental disorders, although in many cases, the exact causes remains unknown. Seizures, which are the hallmark of epilepsy, can range from brief episodes of stirring of muscle twitching to more intense convulsions and loss of consciousness. So what is epilepsy? Epilepsy can impact an individual's quality of life, but with proper treatment, many people with epilepsy can manage the condition effectively. Medications are typically used to control seizures, but other treatments such as surgery, dietary changes, or therapies may be recommended for those whose seizures are difficult to control with drugs. Despite being a common disorder, epilepsy remains surrounded by misconceptions, making education and awareness important in reducing stigma and improving understanding of the condition. So sinasabi dito na with proper treatment, epilepsy can be managed, but education is key to overcome stigma and improving understanding. So let's proceed to know history of epilepsy. Epilepsy is one of the oldest recognized medical conditions, with references to it found in ancient texts and cultures, ancient times. So dito is noong sinaunang panahon daw ang epilepsy ay itinuturing na isang maywaga at supernatural na kondisyon sa Mesopotamia, Egypto at Gresya. Iniisip ng mga tao na ang mga seizure ay dulot ng demonyo o parusa ng Diyos. So, halimbawa, kapag ang isang tao ay biglang nagkaroon daw ng seizure noon, inisip ng mga tao na siya ay sinaniban ng masamang espiritu, kaya siya ay sinasailalim sa mga ritual upang mapalayas ito. So, dito naman sa Hippocrates 460 to 370 BCE, dito sinasabing si Hippocrates, isang kilalang manggagamot sa Gresya, ang isa sa mga unang naniwala na ang epilepsy ay hindi dulot ng espiritu kundi isang karamdaman sa utak. Ayon sa kanya, may medical na dahilan ang mga seizure. Example is, imbis na gamitan ng dasal o ritual, inungkay ni Hippocrates na dapat obserbahan ang utak at katawan ng pasyente upang matukoy ang tunay na sanhi ng kanyang seizure. And next is Middle Ages. So, sa gitnang panahon, marami pa rin ang naniniwalang ang epilepsy ay dulot ng sumpa o pagkakabighani. Ang karaniwang lunas ay pagdarasal, exorcism, o paggamit ng mga reliyosong bagay. Example is, kung ang isang tao daw ay nakaranas ng seizure, maaring dalhin daw siya sa simbahan upang pagdasal o palagyan ng banal na tubig o bilang lunas. And next is 17th to 19th century. So, sa panahong ito daw is unti-unting nabuo ang may siyentipikong pag-unawa sa epilepsy. Nagsimulang pag-aralan ng mga radiologists ang papel ng utak sa mga seizure at nagsimulang mawala ang paniniwalang ito ay dulot ng espiritu. Example is, gamit ang bagong kaalaman ng medisina, sinubukang obserbahan ng mga doktor ang utak ng mga pasyenteng may epilepsy gamit ang mga simpleng aparato upang maunawaan kung paano ito gumagana. And the last is modern times. Dito naman nga is, ngayon alam na ng mga doktor na ang epilepsy ay isang kondisyon sa utak na may iba't ibang sani. Ginagamot ito gamit ang gamot, operasyon at iba pang therapy. Malaki ang naitulong ng makabagong imaging at genetic research sa paggamot ng epilepsy. Example is, ang isang taong may epilepsy ngayon ay maaaring bigyan ng EEG scan upang makita ang aktibidad ng kanyang utak at matukoy kung anong gamot ang pinakaangkop para sa kanyang kondisyon. So, yun po. So, next is no causes of epilepsy. Epilepsy can be caused by a variety of factors, but in many cases, the exact cause remains unknown. Some of the known causes include, number 1, genetic factors. Sabihin ko na lang po yung explanation. Genetic factors, inherited gene mutations can cause epilepsy, especially in childhood. Number 2 is brain injury or trauma. Head injuries can damage the brain and trigger seizures. Number 3 is brain infections. Infections like meningitis or encephalitis may cause brain inflammation leading to epilepsy. 4 is stroke or vascular abnormalities. Strokes or abnormal brain blood vessels can damage brain tissue and cause seizures. Number 5 is brain tumors. Tumors can disrupt brain activity and trigger epilepsy. Number 6 is neurodegenerative diseases. Conditions like Alzheimer's can cause epilepsy in later stages. 7 is development abnormalities. Brain malformations from birth or later can lead to seizures. Next is number 8, metabolic disorders. Imbalances in body chemicals or metabolism can cause seizures. Number 9 is environmental factors. Triggers like fever, alcohol withdrawal, or flashing lights can provoke seizures in some people. Number 10 naman is the last, idiopathic epilepsy. In many cases, the cause is unknown, often suspected to be genetic. So, yun po. So, let's proceed to who is Manuel. So, Manuel diagnosed with progressive myoclonic epilepsy at age of 11. Has faced by many challenges, but his strength, resilience, and refusal to give up continue to inspire everyone around him. So, next is, who is Connie Chang Chilin. So, despite battling brain cancer and epilepsy, Connie overcame immense challenges, pursued her education with determination, and now aims to become a doctor and researcher to help others with neurological conditions. So, yun lang. So, next is engage, utilize, and now takeaways. Epilepsy is a complex neurological disorder characterized by recurrent seizures, and it can be caused by various factors including genetics, brain injury, and infections. This is education. Awareness and empathy are essential for reducing stigma and supporting those with epilepsy and managing their condition. Next is personal stories such as those shared by Manuel and Connie highlight the resilience and strength of individuals living with the epilepsy, emphasizing the importance of hope and determination. Next is treatment options such as medication, surgery, and lifestyle changes can help manage seizures, but ongoing research and advocacy are needed to improve lives and find better treatments. And the last is understanding epilepsy's impact on daily life and advocating for better societal perspectives can create a more inclusive environment for people living with the condition. So, thank you.